Welcome to another episode of Talking with Miss Trish. Today I have a woman. She's phenomenal. She wears many hats. The one and only Keithy Antoine. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Keithy, thank you so much for being a guest on Talking with Miss Trish. How are you feeling today?
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime, all the time. You've done so much for me. You've been very good to me, but people wouldn't know that if you don't tell them. So tell them who you are.
Well, I'm Keithy Antoine. I'm a host, a visual artist, and also a social entrepreneur.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you've done quite a few things. You've been a DJ, a visual artist, a media host, like you said. So which one of those actually makes you feel the most alive? Of course, they all make you feel alive, but the most alive out of all of them, which one is that?
Oh, it's hard to differentiate, but I really, I'm alive to be a host. You know, I'm a great communicator.
Yes, you are.
I believe it's my gift, and I love to do it.
Yes.
I love how it makes people feel. But visual art, you see, I said heart, visual heart.
Because it's in her heart. I love that. You see? I like that. Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's, I save it for another season of my life.
That's really good. That's really good. And you started co-hosting a hip hop show in the early 90s. What's one track that still gives you chills till this day?
Oh, so many tracks.
One that comes to mind, though.
Oh, that's a tricky question. That gives me chills. And the hip hop genre, maybe Caroline of MC Solar.
Okay.
Because MC Solar and all those French hip hoppers really got my attention.
Love that.
That's what got me into hip hop.
That's good.
As soon as I could understand what they were saying, because I'm francophone, you know. As soon as I could understand, I could relate.
Yes.
And I was hooked.
I love that.
Yeah.
Maintenant, tu as dit que vous avez une organisation. Parle-moi de ça un peu, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, the organization is called Union Urbaine.
Oui.
I co-created it in 2019, right before the pandemic. Because we were a collective of artists of different genre, and we felt the need to get together to create opportunities.
Right.
To protect ourselves, to share trades, secrets.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that.
And since then, we did so many things. We co-produces festivals, different programs, workshop, our creative workshop. And now we have a nice program called Workshop Boutique Style Afrique, which is located at 6649 Plaza Saint-Hubert since last summer.
Beautiful.
And it's a place where we welcome newcomers who are sewers, who have a passion for fashion. And with those skills,
I love that.
we give services, we sell goods, Afro, urban, inspired,
Yeah, good.
outfits,
Good, yeah.
accessories, and we give classes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really good. We all know that you did have a beautiful store called Espace Urbain.
Yes.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that? We know it was great. You know, it was a place for artists to come and showcase their clothes, which was an amazing idea. Talk to us about Espace Urbain, the beginning and the end.
It was like a multi-purpose, and
Yes, it was.
we cannot be talking without talking about Espace Urbain.
Absolutely.
That's how we met.
Exactly. That's how we met. 100%.
When
Yes.
you got back in Montreal,
yes.
you showcased like an amazing event.
Thank
I was
you.
so impressed.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll be doing it again.
And I got to DJ.
Yes, she did. Oh, she's a fantastic DJ, but go ahead. Yes.
So that was a lot of fun. But Boutique Espace Urbain was like a lab to me.
Yeah.
Co-working space with a boutique. In the basement, we had a recording studio.
I remember, yes.
We had like a second story on the next building that used to be called Loft Urbain, where we could welcome about 100 guests. So with that space, we did shows, showcase, events, parties,
Don't forget there was the upstairs
meetings.
too. Remember the upstairs? I showcased my documentary about mental health in the Black community,
Yeah, so
things like
many
that.
documentaries
So many
were
documentaries.
recorded there.
Yes.
I got to exhibit my art.
Yes.
So many other artists. So
Hmm.
I worked on that concept for over 6 years.
Beautiful.
The pandemic stopped
Of
everything,
course.
but it's
Yes.
okay,
Right.
We
Right.
adapt, we evolve, and
Hmm.
after that, we decided to close that address
Hmm.
and move in a bigger space, a
Hmm.
bigger venue, right in front of
Beautiful.
Librairie Racine.
Wow.
You know
Okay.
about
Of
Librairie
course I do.
Racine
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
House Gang Plaza.
Nice.
And we were like so stoked, like we
Of
were like
course. Of
three,
course.
four Afro-descendant business
Of
owner,
course. Yes.
our doors are not too far apart. So
Hmm.
that was a nice that's nice to remember. Last
Absolutely.
summer we closed.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
it. But you look at it, the thing is, what I like about what you said is you look at it in such a positive light, you
Yeah.
know? Where does that come from? You know, I find you always positive, you know what I mean? Where does that come from?
How can I take it not in a
Yeah,
positive light?
right.
I worked on that idea for
Hmm.
over 10 years.
Yes.
I helped over like more than 200 small
Yes, you
businesses,
did.
either to test their product,
Hmm.
to conduct des études de
C'est
marché,
ça, oui.
to create events, to
Hmm.
sell.
Yes.
I helped so many concepts to just, décoller du
C'est
sol,
ça, yeah, yeah.
And after 10 years, I'm like, yeah, I think I've done everything I could with
Hmm.
that idea. And now I see other people picking up on it and do a better job.
Exactly.
So it's time for me, to go in my dream box
I like that.
and
Okay.
pick another dream
Pick another dream.
while it's
Okay.
still my turn.
That's good. And it is your turn, and you're doing so well with that. Now, you have done all the platforms I found. Out of all the platforms you worked on, which one let you be your truest self?
I have to say, my last contract with Radio-Canada
Really?
showed me who I was.
Okay.
It's not because it's Radio-Canada,
Mhm.
but because it's like a standard I set for myself.
I love that. Yes.
So I really wanted to be in that ecosystem. I needed to learn.
Hmm.
And when you stay kind of stuck in the same ecosystem,
Yeah.
it's sad,
It is. It
you
is. You got to grow.
because you
Yeah.
need to grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm a
you
plant.
do.
I need to
Right.
grow.
You need to
I'm
grow.
a flower.
Exactly. If you always stay stuck, you'll always do the same thing. You'll always
Exactly.
repeat the same cycles, right?
So it's mainly because it was something new. I was eager to experience something new. Radio Canada with that amazing project that Shelby Jean-Baptiste, the creator,
Yes,
the
of course.
co-creator,
Yes.
brought to me. She sold that to me. I'm like, wow, what an amazing gift. So that's my conversation with my life.
I love that. Yeah.
That's where I'm at. And
That's where it is.
that's the platform
I like that.
to answer your question
Love
that
that.
really brought me that put a mirror in front of myself.
And
You
how did
can
that
do
feel?
this and you can go even
More.
further.
What was the
Yeah.
feeling like when you're like, man, like this is it? Like, what did you feel like at that moment?
Oh my God. The imposter syndrome.
Ooh, boy. That's a big deal that a lot of us actually don't address.
And I felt glad to feel it.
Yeah.
I embraced it.
Good.
I'm like, okay, I'm somewhere, I'm going to learn a great deal. If I feel that way, I have to observe myself,
Of course.
shut up and listen
I love that.
and learn.
I love that.
Fast, fast.
Like self accountability right away. Like, you know what I mean? I love that. That's so good. You're like, quick, I got to do it fast now. I love that.
And that's what I did. We booked 2 seasons.
Good.
We won a Gémeaux Prize,
I saw
a
that.
Mix Prize. I'm very, very proud of that project, and I'm proud
Absolutely.
of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank
I'm
you.
proud of you too. Tell me, if someone that didn't know where to walk into Style d'Afrique, what kind of vibe would they feel when they walked in?
Style d'Afrique, you would actually feel the creativity. Because it's Union Urbain's home.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Union Urbain is made of creative minds. So you would feel the creativity. Not only you see the clothing, but you see the machines.
Right.
You see them working.
Right.
You see the fabric. It feels like you're in Africa
I
as
like
well,
that.
you know?
Okay, that's
You
good.
feel like you feel like you're at home. You feel like you're at home. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. You being Keithy Antoine, you've done so much. What does a day off look like for you? Si on a un, là. Si on a un day off.
I'm like, because every day is different.
Of course.
You know, I get to create my life. But a day off, I'm not in the city.
Okay.
If I need to take a day off,
Okay.
I have to be far away from my computer,
Yes.
from my
Closing it down.
my machines.
Yes. Are you detaching from social media as well? Like, what are you doing?
Yes,
Yeah.
you know, I travel. I love to travel, or I rent an Airbnb in the
Nice.
countries. That's a day off.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It has to be planned.
It has to be planned, exactly. And do those happen often, or
Yes, they do.
good for you?
Yeah.
That's really good. So
They
you're
have to.
really
It's part of my happiness, of my
Absolutely.
wellness, of my success.
Exactly. Do you think
Yeah.
it's important for entrepreneurs to balance that out, and why do you think that's really important?
Yeah, it's important. And the balance is really you to recognize your own balance.
Absolutely.
At some time, at a point in my life, I was alone, grieving,
Yes.
taking care of babies, with a company, trying to keep my passion alive,
course.
hosting, creating.
Yes.
That's a lot.
It is a lot at once.
But through all that, I created my own routine that would make sense for me. So sometimes it looks like waking up at 5 in the morning and have those 3 hours till 8 in the morning to myself.
Got you. Yes.
In order to do that, I have to go to bed early. You
Right.
know?
Exactly.
It's-
Balance.
it's
all
balance.
balance. It really is. It really is
So
balance.
you need balance.
I love that. You do need balance,
You
because if you
do.
don't have it, you're just going to keep going. And it's like the road never ends at that point. So you
It's to
definitely
find
need
that
balance.
routine that you can sustain
Yes, exactly.
for a little while in order to see results.
I love that. I love that. And if you could now go back and collab with anybody in this world, dead or alive, for any project, who would it be and why?
That would be my ex-husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Unfortunately, he left us too early at 42 years old.
Wow.
He was my business partner. We created 2 business together, 2
Nice.
babies.
Yes.
We were together for 15 years.
Wow.
And to me, he was a really forward thinker, a very creative mind.
I love that.
Everything we're seeing today in the culture,
Yes.
in the art scene, he predicted that.
Wow.
You know,
Wow,
he
that's
used to tell
powerful.
me all the time, Africa is the future since 2000, you know?
Wow.
And now we're in 2025 and we're in it.
Absolutely.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I would like to have a few conversations with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
With
would be good.
him, we had collabs with a few celebs like Stevie Wonder,
Wow.
Nas. We work with brands like Warner Brother, La Maison Simons.
Wow, c'est bon.
We traveled a lot. We create so many beautiful marketing strategies.
Yeah,
You know, that was like
exactly.
our passion.
Right.
And we passed a lot of our knowledge to even our coworkers, our ecosystem, and now I'm doing it with the youth.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And you, like, are you inspired by the youth in any way?
Oh, so inspired.
Yes. So what
Yeah.
have you learned from them?
Well, the youth is it's like an era in our life.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
that is like special, you know. You want to just rethink everything. You want to
course.
revise and see how you can make it better. I want to stay in my youth as long as
As
I
you can.
can.
Yes, I don't blame you.
Because I like that energy that
That they have. Yeah.
that they have
And
and,
that they
that
bring.
I still have.
You have a
know?
lot of energy, of course. Yes. Right?
Yeah.
I love that. As a woman of Haitian roots in Quebec's media and art world, how do you balance culture, identity, and expression?
That's a nice question. I try to stay true to myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to do that, to stay close to my authenticity, not forget my identity, my story,
Yes.
and just, go with that and really try to create different versions
Of
of
course.
myself.
Yes. How hard is it to stay true to yourself in our Quebec society? Is it hard? Is it a fight sometimes, do you feel?
Not just in Quebec society, but I
Okay.
think just in life
In
in
general.
general.
Okay.
Because just the fact that we live like in society, that means you can be influenced by a lot of dynamic,
Yeah.
Staying true to yourself, well, to me, it demands that sometimes I stay quiet,
Oh,
you
that's
know,
powerful. Okay.
and that I give more voices to, how can I say that? The invisible? You know?
Okay, I understand what you mean. Yeah, I get that. Okay, okay.
The invisible, my intuition,
Oh, yes. Okay.
everything coming from me,
Of course. Yeah.
um, my truth.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to question that as well. Understanding that my truth may not be the truth.
Okay.
I try to stay humble.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Wow, that's actually an amazing answer. I love that because I feel like, as much as we're going, like we were talking about before, we have to look within. We do have to look at ourselves in that mirror and face ourselves alone because sometimes we're around so many different things that it's distracting, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's also hard to find that time alone. And that's why I asked you, what's a day off look like for you? And then you
It's not
described it
easy,
perfectly.
but
Exactly.
it's mandatory.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. What does Afro-ecology mean to you, and how do you bring that to life every single day?
Oh, it's interesting that you asked me that. You read my bio.
Of course I do. I'm Miss Trish.
Yeah, Afroecology is it's a new subject
I like,
in
yeah.
my life.
Mm-hmm.
I accepted a contract with l'ONF,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm an art director in a movie, a documentary
Yes.
that focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
La réalisatrice,
Oui.
Maryse Le Gagneur,
Mm-hmm.
she's the one who did Le Dernier Repas, a
Okay.
movie that you have to see.
I definitely will watch it.
And yeah, she asked me to come and work my magic
Mm-hmm.
on our guest in the documentary. Um, each guest will personify
Mm-hmm.
un loi voodoo,
Wow.
a spirituality
Wow.
voodoo. And me with my passion, my knowledge
Of course.
of our spirituality, my sensibility, and my humility.
Yes.
I come and I work my magic.
I love that.
Afroecology is really a subject that became dear to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's it talks about what we need as Afro-descendant, what we need to eat, to surround ourselves.
Right.
It's not only vitamins, but it's vibration.
Absolutely.
It's color,
100%.
texture.
A whole bunch of things. Yeah.
It's the way we do agriculture,
Couture, oui. Mm-hmm. Agriculture.
pre-colonial.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like different
different ways,
dynamic.
exactly.
I'm still learning.
Of
You see, the
course.
vocabulary
But
is
you're
not
doing good.
fluent.
Yeah, no, listen, you're doing more than good.
But I
okay?
love it because I'm learning. I'm learning something that feels very familiar. But I don't know the subject,
But you're learning.
But I'm learning.
And you're growing through it. I love
exactly.
that. I love that. Give me 3 words that describes Keithy Antoine.
Creative. Spontaneous. Energy.
I love that. And finally, what's next for you on this journey of yours?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. If you don't know, that is good. We'll just look out for it.
You know what? I'm really starting a new season.
Right.
For real.
Okay.
It's like c'est en temps réel.
Oui.
My daughter left home
Yes.
a few months ago.
Yes.
My son is in college.
Mhm.
You know, in over a year, my life
Just
changed.
But a year changes a lot of things.
It's
I was just saying
crazy.
that to myself the other day. said
So
a
I
year
have
changes a lot.
so much time.
Mhm.
Even my body is changing. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going through menopause.
Wow. That's another episode.
That's gonna be another episode because we need to talk about
On va
that.
parler de ça.
You know,
Vraiment, vraiment.
it's
Oui.
so interesting.
Mhm.
You know,
We definitely do.
I'm very excited.
I'm telling you,
it's just a
menopause
new
is-
cycle.
It's different.
I'm
yeah.
still so alive.
You are though. That's one thing. Keithy's very alive.
So
yes.
that's why, for now,
Mhm.
I really don't know.
That's good though. This is a good unknown.
Yeah.
I feel like this is great.
I'm starting school
Yes.
next month.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn a new skill.
Good for you.
And
Good
like
for
I
you,
told
Sia.
you earlier, I just like put out my box of project
Exactly.
of dreams,
Right. And you're gonna pick from there.
and I'm still picking.
I
I'm like,
love
okay,
that.
not yet.
Okay, no, not this one. Just
Am I ready?
or shake the box and then after pick again. I love that. I love that. I'm so proud of you. Keithy, you were amazing. We're going to play a little game like we normally do on Talking with Miss Trish. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Talking with Miss Trish. Of course, you guys know my second segment is always a game. So Keithy is here. She's a DJ. I did mention that before. So anytime I know somebody knows music, I always have to incorporate a musical game. So Keithy, today I'm going to mention a word.
Okay,
And you're going to sing the first song that comes to your head. Are you ready? Okay. We're going to do French and English because, you know, all right. On est bilingue ici. First word is la caille.
Lakai.
Oui. she starts dancing first for what the song
Is
is.
there a song with
Oui.
Lakai?
Je sais pas.
Did you look for it?
I didn't look. I'm not playing the game.
Okay, I can say next.
Okay, next. Liberté.
Next.
Dream.
Dream.
You can see there's a street for one. Okay, another word is roots.
Roots.
Yes. Think of one song. One song.
Would you know?
Yes.
Say a song.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go for another one. Okay, fire. Adele.
Ignite my fire.
There you go. Somebody electrified. There you go. Okay, another word is freedom. See, she knows. She just has to think of it. Freedom.
That's not a song.
It is. It
Okay.
is. It's a commercial.
Sing it.
Freedom. It's
You
freedom.
must say freedom. That's
Okay. Another word. Joy.
joy
And
pain
pain.
and sunshine
And rain. Here we go. You got one. I love it. Okay, we're gonna go back. You have to think. On va dire heart. Cœur. Never gonna let you down.
There's no heart in it.
He's singing from his heart, though.
Now say hurt you.
Oh, okay. Heart.
Next.
Okay. Midnight. Sun.
Turn around every now and then.
Did they say midnight in that song?
Total eclipse of the heart.
There you go.
I got the heart.
There's one for the heart. Oh my God. Okay. What about pride?
You don't have eclipse in your list?
Nope.
Okay.
What about what about heart? I mean, sorry, pride. My bad.
Pride.
Oui. Fierté. We'll just spell it out.
Never too proud. Never too proud. Oh, never too proud. I'm never too proud to beg.
Oh,
never too proud.
I ain't too proud to beg, y'all. Even in the morning.
I ain't too proud to beg.
No, we'll make that one fast. We'll make that one fast. Okay, last one. Haiti.
Haïti, chérie.
There you go.
Na 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 na. Haïti, chérie.
There you go. Give it to Keithy, everybody. She did as good as she could.
Well, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. She did amazing.
You wouldn't have done a better job than
No,
me.
exactly. I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have. Oh, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. The game went well. We did good, okay? I couldn't figure out some of the songs, but that's okay. Keithy challenged me on my own show, and that's all right. That's all right. Next time I will have the songs. But anyways, Keithy, it was a pleasure to have you. I know you said you don't really know what's next, but I would love for everyone to follow you still. So if you can look into this camera and tell everybody where to find you, that would be awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're
That
very
was a lot
welcome.
of fun.
Awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So my name is Keithy Antoine. You can find me under that name on every platform. It's really easy.
It really is, yeah.
I don't know what's the future for me, but of course I'm going to keep working with the
course.
organization
Yes.
Union Urbaine.
Yes.
And let's cross our fingers, A lot of beautiful things I'm working on right now. I just launched a balado called Nouveau Départ
Oh, that's
on the
good.
experience to immigrate here in
Love
Quebec.
that. I love that.
So I
That's
have
a must-watch,
conversation
yeah.
with the friends, people I really admire that I know that come from abroad.
Different countries,
Different
yes.
countries. And we talk on a personal and professional level.
Love that.
1 hour conversation
Beautiful.
on their personal experience. With the climate we go through
Yeah, 100%.
concerning immigration here, I think we need that balance.
I do think we need that.
We need to hear those conversations.
Absolutely, because it's coming from a different perspective, and they're the ones that were in it. So it's
Exactly.
good. It's good that you're bringing that out. Thank you so much once again, Keithy. I so appreciate
you.
you. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this episode of Talking with Miss Trish. Stay tuned for the next one. Much love.
Thank you. Congrats for your show.
Thank you.